THIAGO, THIAGO Alcantara. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the news is true. THIAGO is back out on the pitch doing some ball work. James Milner and Shaqiri are out there as well, getting ready for the festive season. I hope that you're all well. Welcome along to the Anfield Agenda Christmas special show. Let's just call it that because it's the last one before Christmas. As always, I really appreciate you guys giving up your time to be here with this crazy Irish guy, but I really appreciate it, and I know Connor does as well. Look, there's a load to get through tonight, but as I said, the big positive news today is that THIAGO was pictured doing some ball work out at Kirby for the first time since October, and the good news continued with the news that James Milner and Shaqiri were out there doing little bits as well. Gotta love it, ladies and gentlemen. That is the way we want to do our last show before Christmas. That's the news that we want to hear. How are we all? Lovely to see Lee Chappie in the chat as well, my good friend Lee. How are you? Merry Christmas to you and your family, buddy. Again, I do urge everybody, go over, check out Lee's channel. Leicester City fan, top lad as well. And you're going to see Lee a lot more in Mundo Sporto moving on as well. Yes, this is our Christmas show, folks. This is the last one. I've got news to talk about. The reason that we're earlier is I wanted to let you guys go and watch the Carabao Cup if you want to later on. I thought, why not? And I've got to record the preview for the West Brom game later as well. That will be out, by the way, on Christmas Eve. So that'll be coming out tomorrow, ladies and gents. So keep an eye out for that one. Bernadette, how are you? And happy Christmas to you. Mark said Southampton and Brighton will no longer be allowed fans. Yeah, it's just Everton and Liverpool so far that are the only Premier League clubs that are allowed to have fans inside. Melvin said happy Christmas right back to you, pal. You seem happy today, Craig. By the way, I'm Irish Gar in disguise. I'm always happy, man. Do you know what I mean? This is my last stream. Then I get 2 or 3 days with the family, kick back, relax, and then straight back at it on Boxing/Stevenson's Day. I'll be on Mundo Sporto there doing a watch along of the Arsenal-Chelsea game, so I hope you can join me for that. And of course, I'll be back then for the Reds game against West Brom as well. Loads of you asking me how I am and how we are. Happy Christmas to all of you. I'm brilliant. I'm absolutely flying, folks. The big interviews just keep on coming on Anfield Agenda. I've got another one ready to go for the new year. I've 3 lined up, 3 massive interviews lined up. We're just trying to tie Jack Mate down to a date that worked for Jack. Obviously, he's a busy dude. Still trying to tie down John Barnes as well, for those of you that aren't aware of that. I think I've an interview sorted with him. And then today, I'm after getting confirmation from Darragh McAnthony, who, if you don't know who he is, he owns Peterborough United Football Club. He's also a massive Liverpool fan and an Irishman as well, self-made man. Going to be chatting with him as well in the new year, so I can't believe it, but life just keeps getting better, and it was because of your amazing support, ladies and gentlemen. Merry Christmas to everyone that's asking as well. Right, there's so much I want to get through tonight. I want to have a little pop at the mainstream media, if I may, ladies and gentlemen, but I'll do that in a couple of minutes because I just want to say hello to a lot of people. Adam said, can you wish my mum a quick recovery from COVID? Of course I will, Adam, and anybody out there that is ill or has been unwell, much like Adam's mum, I wish you all a very, very, very speedy recovery and lots of love to each and every one of you, and be well and safe over the Christmas period. What else have we got? Happy Christmas as well. I see Dara Azizi in the chat. Happy Christmas to you and the family, Dara, and everybody else as well. Wow, there's just loads of you guys coming in. Up the posh, said Nick Smith. Yeah, look, I reached out to Dara, and do you know what, in fairness to him, he emailed me back in 5 minutes and said, Craig, after Christmas, let's get it sorted. Brilliant, couldn't be happier. Darragh McAnthony, but the one, ladies and gentlemen, we've got 5. Let me put it this way. There's 5 interviews that we want to get to tick off our bucket list on Anfield Agenda. Hopefully going to get the John Barnes thing sorted out. Jack Mate, still can't believe I'm going to interview Jack Mate. He is one of my favourite dudes on YouTube, one of the funniest people you'll ever see. If you haven't listened or haven't watched the Jack Mate Happy Hour podcast, go watch it. It's brilliant, hilarious. He's going to be coming on, Darragh McAnthony, but there's 2 more that I'm trying, and this is where I need your help. Myself and Connor want to go through our bucket list. Our bucket list includes Nico, NDL, you guys know, Mr. Ringside, NDL Ringside has to be the next one, and Stephen Tries. They're 2 that we're trying to get for the new year, so if you can help us out in any way, let Stephen know, let Nico know that we'd love to have them on for a chat as well. Hey Craig, thoughts on Robbo's performance versus Wolves and Palace? The man's a machine, Jake. Do you know what I mean? I don't know what else to say, but the man is a machine. This is the time of year where I wish there was such a thing as reverse super chats, ladies and gents, because I'd love to send you all a fiver here, a fiver there for an L point to say thank you to you guys for your support. But I do promise, when this COVID nonsense goes away, when Anfield agenda can get out, myself and Connor on the road meet and greet people, Connor has assured me that he will buy everybody a pint. And I mean, the man's so generous, what can I say? Was Thiago not in the training video? He was, mate. He was doing some ball work. It's brilliant. Great to see him back. TTV Club said, John Barnes, am I dreaming? No, just trying to secure John down to a time as well. Again, I'm very grateful to all of these legends, all of these top people in the world for giving their time up to little old me for a chat. Lots of new stuff coming up in the new year as well. We've got the guys coming up for the West Brom game. So here's what's happening around the West Brom game, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to have our friends, Nothing But Reds, come in, and they're going to do the team announcement video ahead of the game against West Brom at the weekend. So Steve and Kyle are going to be on from 3:20 UK time to 3:50 UK time. So they're going to be giving you guys the breaking team news. Then I'm going to come on at 4 o'clock and do my usual half-hour build-up to the game. Full watch-along and then a post-match show as well. The content is just coming, ladies and gents. We're going to keep it coming. What's your opinion on Simon Jordan? He does my head in, such a negative man. Do you know, some things I listen to Simon Jordan and I absolutely agree with. He made a very valid point about what the Premier League should be doing with regards to their commercial rights. They should be launching a Netflix style app and selling the rights themselves rather than selling them around the world. It's also very difficult to talk down about a man who lived the dream and bought Crystal Palace, ran a football club. So yes, there are some things I disagree with Simon Jordan on, but he does make some very good points as well. Yeah, look, I don't think I'll be getting to sit with Simon Jordan anytime soon, to be honest. It was amazing on the pitch. What a year on the pitch. Will he be in the squad for West Bromwich Albion? Roland, I would imagine so. And the reason I think Thiago may be in that squad is because now, as you know, we're allowed to have 9 people on the bench for a league game. Still only allowed 3 substitutions, but we're allowed to have 9 people on the bench. So I think maybe we will see Thiago on the bench, but again, I can't say that for certain, and I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself. Is Salah leaving? Right, let's go to that, because that's been one story today that's been doing my head in repeatedly. Right, so there's a Spanish journalist called Alvaro Montero. He's told Sky Sports News that Real Madrid will not be making a move for Mohamed Salah for the reasons I've been telling you, but this is what the gentleman had to say. Although Mo Salah is an extremely good player, it's almost impossible for Madrid to sign him. Madrid have lost €107 million because of the crisis, so I'll say it's almost impossible for Madrid to buy this player in the next window, but let's see what happens in the summer. As I've told you guys time and time again, Liverpool have absolutely no interest in selling Mohamed Salah, and Mohamed Salah has absolutely zero interest in leaving at this moment in time. Plus Barcelona, Real Madrid, they can't afford him, because as I keep telling you, the clubs in La Liga are massively struggling financially. So no, he won't be going, mate. So are you going to do a 100,000 sub special? Yes, Ryan, and I'm already working on the giveaway that we're doing for that. And when I say giveaway, let me put it this way: the giveaway we'll be doing when we hit 100,000 subscribers will be over £1,000 worth of stuff. Could be even up to £1,500, but we're working on it. We do have it in mind already. We're not counting our chickens that will ever hit 100k, but if we do, I promise you, there's a massive prize, a massive giveaway coming. Right, let's have a little chat, shall we, about mainstream media, and in particular, something that Gar Crooks has been saying. And Gar Crooks has been talking nonsense yet again, folks. So, here's one thing that he had to say. A note of caution for Klopp. Don't mess Sadio Mane around, he said. He's been the Reds' best forward for over a season, and if Klopp is going to substitute him, especially when he's in such a goal-scoring mood, he needs to let him know well in advance. Watching Mane come off, muttering his frustrations, isn't a good look for Klopp. He's deluding himself if he thinks these things don't matter, and he should never think for 1 minute that the big European clubs aren't watching his every move. Couple of little things there from Mr. Gareth Crooks. Firstly, his goal-scoring form, Gareth, hasn't actually been that good, pal. He scored 1 in 9. So, I don't know where you're inventing the great goal-scoring form from. Secondly, there is no better man manager in the game of football than our manager Jurgen Klopp. So, Gareth Crooks has been yet again talking absolute garbage. The BBC licence payer money paid for this guy to be given a platform to talk rubbish. Now, I'm not just singling out Gareth Crooks. There are other people, of course, as well. But he's been on a bit of a roll lately talking nonsense. And here's something else that he has to say. Keep in mind now, this is the same Gareth Crooks Crooks that came out and accused Joe Matip of surviving some very scary moments against Spurs. This type of ridiculous punditry, by the way, is what's making people go towards fan channels more and more. How could he have had some difficult or scary moments in a game that he wasn't on the damn pitch for? This is professional punditry. These people are paid a goddamn heavy wage to spout rubbish like that. Look, we all make mistakes. I'm not saying I haven't messed up many a time, and I'm not saying every presenter, whether it be on BT, Sky, BBC or where else, hasn't messed up. It happens. But Mr. Crooks just seems to have a little thing for Liverpool. I don't know what it is. I don't know, maybe during his playing days, if he didn't like Liverpool or whatever. But when you're being paid to give an opinion, and when you're slating and putting down a player who didn't even play in the damn match, that's a little bit too far for me. This is why the United Stand, the Kickoff, AFTV and many other fan channels around the world are starting to take off, because people are tuning in and realising that they're going to get emotion, that they're going to get facts and statistics from people who actually care about the club that they've tuned in to hear about. And that's why I think the mainstream media need to really keep an eye out. I couldn't believe it when I read both of these two things. Do you think honestly that Kloppo does not know how to manage a player like Sadio Mane, a player whom every Liverpool fan loves, whom Kloppo loves, who he nothing but the best of, and who is sensational? But yet he thinks that Kloppo needs to be wary. Kloppo needs to, what's the exact phrase that he used again here? Bear with me. Deluding himself. He shouldn't be deluding himself. That's ridiculous. And again, paid highly to give this type of ridiculous opinion. What do you guys think about this? Let me know in the comment section. Let me know if you have any other pundits that you think are absolutely stealing away. Now, there are some really great pundits out there that are doing some very good stuff as well. I've loved the introduction of some of the female pundits across the channels. I think they've been a breath of fresh air, giving some very good insight and opinion as well. And there are some people that do it really well. I'm a massive fan of Ian Wright, by the way. I think he's hilarious in the way he goes about stuff. Love Peter Crouch and anything that he goes on as well. Jake Humphries at BT, can't speak highly enough of him. This really was one that just made me sit back and go, wow, this dude is being paid a very decent wage. I don't know what his salary is, but I can imagine it's a lot more than what the most of us make to spout this type of nonsense. I don't know, folks, I give up. But you know what? It's only going to keep turning people over to fan channels, and that's great news for the rest of us. Right, that's my little rant over, but now it's back to the happy news, ladies and gentlemen. But I would love to know your thoughts on what Mr. Crooks had to say. SVG, thank you for the super chat, buddy. He said, have a great Christmas, Reds. First super chat of the night, mate. Really appreciate it. Thank you. And Merry Christmas to you and yours as well. Again, don't forget, folks, if you want to share the Christmas spirit and you want to get somebody a little present, why not sign them up to an Anfield Agenda FC membership? Do you know what I mean? $4.99 a month, and you get the loyalty badges there that change colour the longer that you're with us. You get all the custom emojis. You get access to our exclusive Discord group as well, which is where I share all the little secrets about the interviews that we have coming up, the transfer news, and with the transfer window just around the corner, folks, that Discord group is going to be getting busier and busier and busier. So if you want the inside scoop and you haven't got the time to read through all the other press and media, go up and sign up to Anfield Agenda FC, $4.99 a month. Hit that blue join button or have a look at the link in the description. Right, more of your comments. Crooks is being ridiculous. He's a hater, said Tala. Happy Christmas to you and your family, Craig. Same to you, David. Van Dijk, another 5-year contract is signed. What I do know for certain is that the club want to sit down with Van Dijk and Fabinho and get those deals done. So, yes, I absolutely agree, mate. There will be a new deal for Van Dijk, and again, we all hope that we can get Gini signed down to a new deal, because none of us want to lose out Gini Wijnaldum. Loads of people saying Gareth Brooks as well by accident. I won't have a bad word said about Gareth Brooks, by the way. I'm a massive Gareth Brooks fan. I shit you not. I am not joking. I am a massive Gareth Brooks fan. So we won't be having any negativity around Gareth Brooks. What's this? Who's a player you respect from Everton? Seamus Coleman. Easy. Bang. Done. Melissa Reddy and Ian Wright are two of my favourite pundits at the moment. Melissa Reddy is a fantastic pundit, a fantastic journalist, and again, another person I could not speak highly enough of. I've never had the pleasure of chatting with Melissa, but I've always been a fan of the work that she's done, and yeah, I hope her career continues to progress on the trajectory that it has, because she's amazing and she deserves everything that she gets. She's a top journalist. What's my wife jumping into the old chat for? Hang on a minute. I've seen her name floating around here somewhere. Where is she? There she is. All the big names saying yes to appearing on a stream, and I'm the only one who has said no. Yeah, there you go. My wife won't come on a stream, so there you go. She is damn right. Get everybody else in the world onto a stream, but I can't get my wife to pop in for 5 minutes to say hello. But there you go. That's life, isn't it? Craig Mo should say, said Jake, he will be staying, mate. Don't worry about that. Any news about Genie? No breakthrough news on Genie Wijnaldum, folks. No, but again, I wouldn't rule it out. Now, there is a little something around Renato Sanchez, by the way, so let's have a little chat about that. Let me just get to my... right, here we go. Where is my news on Renato Sanchez? Sorry, I do have something here on Renato Sanchez. I'm just scrolling through. Yes, so I've been looking really deeply into the Renato Sanchez situation. I've reached out to the few journalist contacts that I do have. And there's been reports, as you guys know, that Renato Sanchez has been looked at as a Genie Wijnaldum replacement, and those that I trust have said that it's completely not true whatsoever. We all want Genie to sign the new deal, so that's, the most important thing. But even if he doesn't sign the new deal, I can pretty much confidently say that Renato Sanchez will not be coming to Liverpool. From what I've been told and what I've read anyway, there's absolutely no chance of that happening. I've always said that I believe there's more chance of him going to Wolves because of, that Portuguese connection that Wolves have there. And what I've read and heard again, that might not be an impossibility. So if Renato Sanchez does leave Lille, I would suggest it will be more towards Wolves. I've also been saying to you guys for the longest time that Divock Origi will try and force his way out in January. I said to you yesterday that he purged all the LFC stuff from his social media accounts. Where he'll end up, again, could be Wolves, because they've been tracking Divock for quite a while. A few people have suggested Dortmund to me as well. And there's even something floating around that there could be a possible exchange for Divock Origi to go to Schalke and Liverpool to get Ozan Kabak. Now, again, to my knowledge, Ozan Kabak is close to agreeing a deal to go to AC Milan. That's the latest that I'd heard on that one. With regards to our search for a centre-back, I honestly don't know if we're going to sign one or not. Because there's mixed feelings coming out of the journalistic world. Some people think Liverpool will be there, but I would say more maybe the British side of the media seem to think that Jurgen Klopp is willing to see out the season because players are coming back from injury, albeit obviously not Joe Gomez and Virgil van Dijk. So there's a bit of mixed feeling around that one as well. And there's one more person I wanted to talk about from the transfer side of things, and this comes from the Mirror. Liverpool have made contact with the agent of Lille defender Sven Botman in November regarding a future move to the club and are set to battle Inter Milan for his signature, according to reports. Now, again, ladies and gentlemen, I have no idea whether that's true or that's not. I do know that Liverpool have signed a couple of youngsters today, so keep an eye out for that. I mean, again, the likes of Redmen TV Academy on Twitter, they put up great posts about that type of stuff as well. Keeping an eye. Jack Gill, working with the guys at Redmen, excellent when it comes to all underage players and stuff like that, so definitely keep an eye out for stuff from Jack. Right, what else have we got? Wow, I'm trying to get everything in here, folks, in a very quick stream, so a little bit of stuff that I have as well to talk about. Curtis Jones a little bit later in the stream. What have we got? Wouldn't mind an Origi for Podence swap. Just won't be happening, Tyler. I can promise you that one, mate. They really do rate Daniel Podence at Wolves. He won't be going anywhere. Craig, is a Balogun a potential target we're going after? I had seen them linked, and I can't say categorically, Luke, one way or the other if I know it's true or not. But I tell you what, every single day throughout the January transfer window, we're going to be giving you updates. So make sure that you're following Anfield Agenda on Twitter, at Anfield Agenda, on Instagram, at Anfield Agenda, and of course on TikTok as well, because we're going to be clipping up stuff to pop on there. We've got about 1,500 TikTok followers already inside the first 10 days. And of course, don't forget about Mundo Sporto and the Anfield Agenda Clips channel. All the links to all of those things are in the description of the stream, folks. Do I think THIAGO will play? He certainly won't be starting, mate. That much I think we could all agree on. I'm going to do my preview. I'm going to record it after this stream, and the preview will be going out tomorrow. So I'll be going through my predicted 11, my score predictions and stuff like that. So keep an eye out for that one. That should be dropping tomorrow afternoon at some time. And again, massive shout out to our sponsors, Boyle Sports, who've allowed us to increase the level of content that we're putting out there. God, I feel like I'm speaking 100 miles an hour today, folks. I better chill. Just chill down a little bit. It is Christmas after all. And again, this will be our last live Anfield Agenda stream before Christmas, ladies and gentlemen. So, again, Merry Christmas to each and every one of you, from myself, from Connor, from my wife Sabrina, my family and Connor's family, and everybody associated with Anfield Agenda. You guys have put us in an unbelievable place this year. You've saved me on a personal level when I was in my deepest, darkest place, and brought me back and showed me a future I never thought was possible. So lots of love to each and every one of you. Yeah, I could carry on praising you crazy fuckers for ages, but you know I love you. You know Connor loves you, and just keep it coming, because we're going to keep throwing it right back at you, folks. I promise you that one. Why are Arsenal so piss poor? It's good, isn't it? Isn't it good, O'Neill, though? Let's be honest about it. In a relegation battle there, Arteta forgot the one big thing. He learned a lot of things off Pep Guardiola, but he missed out on the one really important fact. Make sure that when you go to manage a club, mate, you've got an owner with a blank checkbook, or that just happens to run a country. Otherwise, you may be up shit creek if you don't have that huge bank balance there. And look, I'm not going to sit here and slag off Mikel Arteta because he's only starting his managerial career. But would I sit back and laugh about where Arsenal are? You bet your ass I will. Because Banter FC just keep getting funnier and funnier and funnier. And I love it. I love the fact that all the clubs have given us abuse over the years are falling away at times, and sit back and just smile, because the Reds are top of the tree at Christmas, and that ain't changing. Bacon roll or sausage roll? Oh, I'm very particular about my sausages, mate. So if I was out somewhere, bacon. But if I was at home, both, because I'm a greedy fucker. Denishi said, always here for you, Craig. Right back at you guys. Thank you. Do you know what the great thing about this year has been for me as well? I've mended a lot of fences with people I've fallen out with for varying reasons over the past few years. And that's been lovely. It's been lovely to just, wipe the slate clean and move forward on a lot of stuff. And it really has helped me, because I don't like falling out or arguing with anybody. It's actually not in my nature. I know I come across as a very argumentative, angry dude, but I hate falling out with people. I really do. Very Merry Christmas to you and the family. Right back at you, David Darcy. And look, to everyone that supported the channel this year, whether it be with super chats, memberships, whether it be with buying the little bit of merchandise that we have out there, whether it just be watching and commenting, or just even watching, thank you. Look at that number, 60,000 subscribers. It's mental. And you know what? I was looking back the other day. You remember the 77777 thing? We've grown over 10,000 subscribers since that video. Wow. I can't thank you enough. I really, really can't. Rabadan, thank you for the super chat, mate. Said the problem with Arsenal is mainly Edu and the board. I agree. I absolutely agree with you, Rabadan. Again, it's difficult to gauge all this stuff as an outsider, but yeah, I agree. Arsenal's board need to get their finger out and sort it out. John Conway, thank you for the super chat, mate. Said happy Christmas, Craig, to you and the family. And right back to you as well, John, and to everybody watching. Yes, Joanne, we will sort that out. Any chance my lad could come back? Yes, of course, Joanne. It is the season of goodwill. We'll sort that out, Joanne. Don't worry about it. I promise you we will indeed sort that out. Just whack an email to us, Joanne. contact@AnfieldAgenda.com, and we'll sort it out from there. But no problem. And wish him a happy Christmas from me. David Darcy, thank you again, mate, for the super chat. You're an absolute star. David Jones, welcome to Anfield Agenda. Wow, he's really starting to throw some festive cheer at me right now, folks. Thank you. David Jones, welcome back to Anfield Agenda FC, my friend. Just renewed his membership as well. Thank you, buddy. That means a lot to us. Hope to see you in the Discord group, and keep an eye out for that transfer gossip as well. Honest opinions on VAR. You see, mate, honestly, I am heartbroken talking about VAR this season, mate. I started the season very pro VAR, and halfway through the season, mate, if I had a sledgehammer, I'd be going around every ground now, smashing up the monitors. And yeah, I'm not a fan of it at this moment in time. I do think it is there to stay, unfortunately, but it does need some adaptation, I think, as we move forward. I think that's fair to say. David Darcy again, man, another super chat. Wow, thank you. Very, very generous, mate. Thank you so much. How do I get a mug from you? Happy Christmas. Ian, if you do look in the description of the stream, mate, we do have a Teespring store that sells like t-shirts and mugs. We never talk about them because, I don't know, it just feels weird trying to push stuff like that. But there is a link in the description where we do sell a couple of mugs and a few t-shirts and stuff like that. But we're going to be launching a lot more new merch in the new year. We're trying to find somebody at the minute who can make hoodies for us, but really high quality hoodies. We want them fully embroidered and everything like that. So, you know, I wear hoodies on pretty much every stream when I'm not wearing a shirt, and I live in hoodies. So I want to get a couple of Anfield Agenda hoodies made up, and yeah, I want to just get them ready to go for in the new year at some point. And I know Connor does as well, but quality is the most important thing for us on them, because if someone's going to be paying a decent chunk of money, you're going to want them to get really, really good quality stuff. What I can say is if anybody looks on the Teespring store and they want to get themselves a t-shirt, I personally bought the premium t-shirt. Now, I think it's about £3 more expensive, the black WFM, when you've seen me wear it on the stream. Now, one thing I will say is that has washed and lasted very well for me since I've bought it. Hasn't faded, it's kept in good nick, so I can definitely recommend that. And believe it or not, we have to purchase the stuff. We don't get any of our own merch free. We have to buy it like everybody else, albeit we do get a bit of a discount, of course. What have we got? Ash said, Merry Christmas, Craig, and give my best to everyone. Thank you. Can I read you guys out something? Something I posted on Twitter. And just to let you guys know why sometimes around this time of the year I'm not at my best. I wrote this on Twitter and I just want to read it out to you guys if you'd just indulge me for a second. So, where is it? Excuse me for this. Right, so Christmas has always been a really tough time for me and my family. My father drank himself to death and died on the 30th of December. My mother took an overdose of paracetamol, which is actually one of the most dangerous things to overdose on. And she was in a coma at one point over Christmas as well. I was doing my exams at the time, and thankfully my mum woke up on on New Year's Day. Now, sadly, she's since passed away from another overdose, but my grandmother also died around Christmas time. My uncle had an accident, fell down the stairs, and unfortunately passed away at Christmas time. Myself and Sabrina were driving in a car to visit my mum down in Gorey, where I now live at one point. Crashed and wrote off my car at Christmas time. It's always been a very, very difficult time of the year for me, and one that I usually kind of hibernate and shy away from. But the support and love that you guys have given me this year has changed my life, has changed me as a person, has made me be able to open up and receive and give love, and receive and give compliments and kindness. So I want to say a massive thank you to that, because this channel has turned my entire life around, and I don't mean from a professional level, I mean just from a personal level. So if you are out there and over Christmas maybe a loved one is ill, maybe you're suffering mentally yourself, maybe you're really down, please do reach out to somebody, whether it be a friend, a family member, a doctor, a mental health professional, however it is. There are many, many phone numbers out there of people who can help. This can be the most beautiful time of year, but it can also be a very difficult time of year for a lot of people out there. So just know that there are always brighter days ahead. Please don't give up. Please do reach out. And I'm sending you lots of love and goodwill, and I know all of our subscribers are as well. So if you are one of those person, don't feel ashamed. It can happen to any of us at any point in our life. It doesn't matter how rich you are, what religion you are, what colour you are, what nationality you are. Mental health issues can creep up on anybody. So don't feel embarrassed. I'm here to talk openly and publicly about it. There's nothing to be ashamed of. Put your hand up if you're having a bit of trouble. Ask for a little bit of help, because you know what? We all need help from time to time, and that's why we're all here. We are humans, we're a community, and we look out for each other. So I'm sending you all lots of love and good vibes. And again, don't be ashamed. We're all fucked up in our own unique way. Woo, that was a bit deep, folks. But yeah, there you go. Is THIAGO back? Yes. That's a nice one to just get back. Yes, mate. He's out doing ball work on the pitch. Merry Christmas, Craig. My dad passed in Christmas times. You got to make the most of it. Yeah, I mean, having kids is great to help out with stuff like that, because, you know, we'll get to see my little dude and my daughter opening up their presents that Santa brings them on Christmas morning, and it's it's a good time as well. I'm not trying to put a massive negative spin on Christmas. Thoughts be on the family, Craig. I think I speak for all of us. Big family in the chat section. We are a big family, Juicy. You're right, and that's why I'm saying it to you guys as well. If anybody has any issues or anyone is suffering, Don't feel like you need to be embarrassed, or don't feel like there's something wrong with you. It can happen to any of us, and it can strike at any time. Lots of love hearts in the stream as well. Wow. Thank you, guys. You're the best. Big up, Craig. Love your channel. Love your honesty. There's only a couple of things I've ever promised on this channel, and that is honesty and bluntness. They're the only two things I can give you, because they're the only two things I know I can deliver consistently. I have terrible memories Christmas too. Love you for sharing, said Mark Floyd. Man, look, sharing helps me. Maybe it'll help somebody else out there as well. But for all the people that often thank us, and we do get a lot of people that message, email to say thank you, your channel's helped me through, whether it be in exams or whether it be a difficult period. I promise you, and I speak for Connor as well, the channel has done for us more than we can ever do for you guys. And I mean that on personal levels, not on a business level. I mean that just on a personal level. It has given us... It's given us like we feel like we can fucking fly. That's how I'm going around now like I'm walking on cloud 9, because I've got this army, this amazing group of people that I can share my life experiences with, the ups and downs of being a Red. And I've got a wife, and what the fuck else could I ask for? I couldn't. Danny Dog say your nan died around Christmas time. I'm so sorry to hear that, mate. Yeah. Craig, can you unban my John O'Neill account? Got banned because of the mods banned me because he read my message wrong. I said if Sir Kenny dies, it'll be all over the media. Again, that's a Conor Crosby thing, mate. But look, let me just get a photo of you, because this is how I remember these things, by the way. 1 sec, mate. Okay, I've got a photo there, John. And if Connor's in the chat, I don't know if he is or not, I'll get Connor to do that for you. Misunderstandings often happen. I mean, you've seen me misinterpret a lot of stuff in the chat here from time to time as well. So, as great as our mods are, and they are an absolutely magnificent bunch, every time, we can all make mistakes occasionally. Except me. I'm infallible. It's always Connor's fault if I make a mistake. As a Liverpool fan, which season did you enjoy more? 18-19 or 19-20? Oh man, that's a tough one. That is a tough one. See, the winning of the league title was a strange one, because we like danced our way to it. We were so far clear that in a weird way it nearly felt anticlimactic, because we didn't get to celebrate. We didn't get, like, we got celebrated like virtually, but you know, people didn't get to go and thank the team for what they did, and the team didn't get that big moment of lifting the trophy to a full house. So I think the Barcelona moment probably just edges it towards 18-19 for me, mate. But 2 amazing years to be a Liverpool fan. Gotta say, 2 absolutely amazing years. Can I have a shout out, said Mishba Hussein. Absolutely. Hope I pronounced your name correctly. Lots of love to you, and thank you for watching. United are playing now. I know, mate. That's why I did the stream early, so I could allow you guys to go and watch, because I know a lot of people would want to watch the United game. Look, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget, hit that subscribe button if you do enjoy the content here on Anfield Agenda. Drop a like on the stream as well. We've got so much stuff coming up. As I said, on the 27th, we're playing West Brom. So here's the schedule for the day. 3:20 p.m. UK and Irish time. The guys from Nothing But Reds are going to be coming on to do the team announcement show. So they're going to be giving you the breaking news of the Liverpool starting 11. They're going to do a half an hour. They're going to finish about 10 to 4. Again, make sure to go over and subscribe to the guys from Nothing But Reds. They're going to be on the channel regularly. They're our good friends from America. And then I'm going to come on at 4 o'clock and do my usual right through till the end of the game, and then a post-match show as well. On Stevens' Day / Boxing Day, depending on where you're watching, I'll be on Mundo Sporto. That's our brand new second channel, link in the description, covering the I think it's the Arsenal-Chelsea game we're doing on there. So again, keep an eye out for that one. And then after that, folks, there's just going to be content galore coming out right across the social media platforms. All the links to all our social media accounts in the description as well. And I'm only 200 followers away from hitting 2,000 on my new personal Twitter account as well. So if anybody wants to give me a follow on there, it's at Craig Houlden, Houlden. I'm about 200 away from 2,000, so I'd love to hit that as well. So if you like me on here, want to give me a follow over there, massive thank you. Right, I'm looking at my phone. It's lighting up. Okay. Right, John Hamilton has just sent me a message, and John has said no to unbanning the account, and John has explained to me why, and I have 100% faith in John. So unfortunately, mate, I'm sticking with my chief moderator, and that account won't be unbanned. Now, Joanne, of course, you're a young fella, Callum, no problem. Sort that out for you, no problem whatsoever. But unfortunately, mate, the John O'Neill account, no. John Hamilton doesn't make many mistakes, let me put it that way. And if John's certain of something, he's certain of it. So John has my 100% support on that one. Today's your dad's birthday, said Samira. I think you said that to me earlier on. But if not, happy birthday to your dad. I hope he has a wonderful day. What else is there? Can you say hi to Ray Macna from Dublin? Absolutely, Elizabeth. Hello. I think it's McDonough, is it? Ray McDonough. But hello, Ray, anyway, from Dublin. Lovely to have you watching, pal. Happy Christmas to you and the family. Lots of love. Yeah. Again, always happy to. Oh, the Curtis Jones news. Tyler, you're a gent, mate. Thank you. Again, this is why you guys are great. Reminding me that I'm a dumb fucker and I need to talk about stuff. Love it, mate. Well played. Yes, there is some good news about Curtis Jones. So Ian Wright believes that Liverpool youngster Curtis Jones is the complete player. Now, coming from Ian Wright, that's a massive compliment. He was talking on his Righty's House podcast, and this is what he had to say about Curtis Jones. The way they've nurtured him up to this point, I'm watching him doing back heels, flicks, passing, simply taking his opportunity to get into the box, shooting when he has the opportunity. He just looks like a complete player already. Yes, Thiago's going to come back in. Can Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain shift back in now the way he plays? You look at him and you think, yes, he's the future and he's probably going to be there for many years. He's absolutely fantastic, unbelievable. And coming from Righty, that means a lot, because Ian Wright knows a footballer when he sees one, having been an absolute superstar himself. We all know how good Curtis Jones is, and it is great to finally that the world is starting to see the talent that this young man possesses. So fair play to Ian Wright. Always have a lot of time for Righty. He talks a lot of sense. So yeah, there you go. More praise on Curtis Jones, and it's thoroughly deserved, because what a player he is. What a player Curtis Jones is. Do I think Thiago will start on Sunday? No, mate. I think it's way too early. When you're coming back from an injury like that, what normally happens is you'll do 15 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes at the end of a game. Then maybe you'll come on at the hour mark. Then maybe you'll do an hour in the next game. So you'll do 60 and come off, and then eventually you work your way in. It's going to take a while for Thiago to work his way back, like Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, to full match fitness. He was out for quite a while, don't forget. It was October that he's been out since. So I expect that, yes, he'll start to be introduced, but no, I don't expect him to start. I wouldn't actually expect him to start a game until the new year, if I'm being honest with you. Maybe even the FA Cup game away against Villa. I won't be collabing, Mustafa, with anybody, mate, because certain people, and how do I say this without being a dick? We were never given a helping hand by any of the other Liverpool channels. So my attitude is, we got this far on our own. Let other people get where they need to get to on their own. We've been given a massive help by Drawdy and Mark in the United Stand. They're very good friends of ours. Lee Chappie's a good friend of ours. But let's just put it this way. There's certain people that have never reached out to us, never acknowledged us, and almost gone out of their way to make sure that we don't get some opportunities. So I won't be collabing with any of them, to be honest with you. Why the fuck would I? I have our own audience here, and I love you guys to bits. Yes, there are some great other LFC content out there. Copish, I really like Drifty and the guys. Drifty's a lovely fella. I've done some stuff with him in the past as well. But you know what? Our door's open. You want to collab with us? Knock on it. If not, do your own thing. No problem. Jersey Boy said, you're an absolute legend, Craig. Hope your family and have an amazing Christmas, and let's hope 2021 is a much better year. Thank you, Jersey Boy. And again, I talked earlier on about clearing up a few little disagreements with people over the last year. Henry being one of those guys there. So Jersey Boy, to you and your family as well, mate. Happy Christmas, and thank you so much for the super chat. As always, you're very generous, dude. Do I feel Jones is more underrated than other young talents like Foden or Greenwood? It's difficult because Foden's been around quite a while. Yes, he's been slowly introduced and managed by Manchester City. Greenwood, again, we knew about Greenwood. Got a bit more game time, perhaps. So I don't know if it's been underrated more, or the fact that he's only starting to come to public knowledge a bit more. I mean, Nobody can doubt that he's a top lad. Phil Foden, wonderful footballer. Mason Greenwood, going to be an excellent footballer as well. Two top young talents. But I think we've got a really special dude there in Curtis Jones. I really, really do. So, if opposition people want to keep underrating him, they'll do so at their peril. What's this? Craig, you're better than Redmen TV and all the rest. Look, Tala, I appreciate any compliments we get. And I will never talk ill of other channels because they put in great work, do amazing stuff. Red Men, the work Paul and Chris do over there, fantastic. Couldn't praise them highly enough. And I wish them continued growth and continued success. I did reach out to them a couple of times and never had any love, if you want to call it that. So I just said, hey, look, they do their thing, I'll carry on and do my thing. And I wish them all the best. That's all I can say. I don't talk bad of people. It's not my way. I want everyone to do well. Craig, if you got a PayPal that I can donate via because I can't off YouTube for some reason. Do you know what? We do have a PayPal, mate, but for the fucking life of me, I can't remember what it is. That's how long it's been since I've used PayPal, man. It's let me have a look. I'm sure it's open here somewhere. That's how long, yeah. I use Revolut all the time these days, and if you're not on Revolut, by the way, get on it. It is class. Anyone who's used Revolut will know how good it is. It's an amazing little product. Do we have one? Yes, we do. What's our address? AnfieldAgenda@outlook.com. That's our PayPal. AnfieldAgenda@outlook.com. That's our PayPal, mate. And again, thank you. You're very generous and very kind. Back again. Drifty is a brill guy. No beef between channels for me, Craig. Drifty's top. Drifty's a lovely fella. I've enjoyed everything I've done with Drifty. And Callum at the guys at Coppish, by the way. Lovely people. Absolutely lovely lads. Wish them continued success as well. When I say that, I just mean... It's a very difficult one for me to talk about. Some people just want to piggyback on what you've built so they can get exposure. We never got that piggybacking. We built ourselves from the ground up, bit by bit, subscriber by subscriber, channel by channel. And I've given platforms to people before. I've given people platforms, given them the big up, and it's only been a one-way thing, if you get where I'm coming from. So I've learned some experiences along the way. I've been bitten a couple of times as well. And there are very few people in this industry that I would really say that I trust and call true friends. Lee Chappie, he is absolutely somebody who I would trust 100%. Lee doesn't do beef on the internet. Mark Goldbridge, Drawdy, absolute legends. People I would trust down to the ground. But that's it for me, because we just do our own thing, really. So we don't have many what we call real friends. We've a lot of people we respect and show love to in the industry, but yeah, we've been bitten about giving people platforms, unfortunately. What else have we got? Most underrated Liverpool player is Hendo. I love me a bit of Hendo, man. You know I'm a fan of the captain. Craig, could Van Dijk return this season? Yes, I would say he could. I would say there's a fair chance we may see him. And a guess, and please, this is just my guess. This is not to be taken as factual knowledge. I think we might see him around March time, you know. Maybe around then, but again, don't expect it. Craig, the shiny head's looking up to its standards again today. Did you give it that spit shine like you said you would? I've got that machine that the bowling ball, one of those things that I give a little rub with. I don't really, but what else we got? Do you think Koundé would be a good signing in January? Be a very expensive signing. For those who aren't aware who the gentleman's talking about here, Hamzino's talking about Jules Koundé of Sevilla, who was a very good centre back, but I think would cost a lot of money. And again, I'm not sure. The rumours or the talk in the media is that there may or may not be January incomings coming. I don't know. So we'll have to wait and see. Another super chat from Jersey Boy. Thank you, mate. You're welcome, Craig. Really happy we put things behind us. You're a serious legend. Sadly, due to my anxiety, I have to watch the Watchalongs 1 minute behind. That's alright, mate. As you watch them and you enjoy them, that's the main thing. And again, Merry Christmas to you and your family. Have you heard about us potentially signing Balogun from Arsenal on a free? Yes, somebody mentioned it earlier on to me, and somebody actually sent me a DM about it as well. I'll certainly look into that in more detail. I hope you guys understand where I'm coming from, by the way, with regards to other channels. I don't... It's very tricky to talk about it because any YouTuber will probably know what I'm talking about here. But I honestly wish everybody well. That's all I want to get across. If you take one thing from this, I don't wish anybody any ill. I want everyone to do well. And there's room for everyone to succeed. Lee said, Craig, you're one of these guys that doesn't change off or on camera. You are the guy, and that's why we're all here. Thank you, Lee. That means a lot. I am the same person on and off camera because I'm not clever enough to fake anything or to put on an act. I certainly wouldn't be able to do it. But thanks, Lee. Craig, who's the better El Captain, Gerrard or Hendo? Oh, I'm not touching that with a barge pole. I love them both. Not touching that with a barge pole, mate. I love them both. What else is there? We totally understand. Thank you, because it's so tough to talk about. Because I do love the fact that Liverpool fans have so many great channels, so many great options. Like heroes of mine, the Anfield rap, absolute people I look up to the extreme. Love the work that they've done. I met Gibbo once actually at a boss night event. He hadn't got a clue who I was and why would he, but he was nice enough to take a picture with me and I really appreciated that. Neil Atkinson and the guys of the Anfield rap, I can't speak highly enough of the content they put out, the work that they do for local charities as well. They are the creme de la creme for me of Liverpool content, and I don't think anybody will ever reach that level. So I don't want to talk ill of anyone, but I'm also not going to be used by anybody to get to where they want to get to for their own selfish needs. Hope that you get where I'm coming from. What else is there? I think we need a new centre back. We do, but the thought is that maybe Kloppo will give the like of Reece Williams an opportunity, Billy Comedio an opportunity to the end of the season, just to see how well they progress. What are you getting for Christmas? I've already got my Christmas presents, mate. You know the two Liverpool hoodies, the grey and the black one, the ones that are fucking quite expensive. I think they're like £120 or something like that. My wife bought me the grey one and the black one when Liverpool had the Black Friday sale on, and she gave them to me straight away because I wanted to wear them while the season was on. So yeah, that's what my wife very kindly got me for Christmas. I've gotten her stuff as well, runners, because she's a freak for runners, absolutely loves them, and a pair of the new Samsung Live earbuds. But mostly we're trying to save because we both turn... Well, no, I say we both turn. She turns 40 next year. I turn 39.1 because, as I always say, I'm not going to hit 40. I'm just going to do a little upgrade, a little system upgrade. But yeah, we want to go away on a special little holiday for our 40th. We haven't been away alone on a holiday since our honeymoon, which was 13 years ago. Every holiday we've gone on, obviously we've brought the kids. So with us both hitting a special birthday next year, we're trying to save and not really spend much money on each other at Christmas or to try and get that holiday in next year. What have we got? Usyk fight's not looking good. Which one is that, Dara? With regards to Joshua, I hope he doesn't take that fight yet. But I'm not sure which one you're talking about there. I haven't kept up to date, to be honest, Dara, with boxing stuff after the last couple of days. Is THIAGO back to full fitness? No, not full fitness, but he is back doing some ball work and he is progressing in his fitness and in his return to action. But he is definitely back training. He's definitely out there doing some ball work as well. Brian, how are you, buddy? Hope everyone's safe and well. Looking forward to a great Christmas. A Merry Christmas to you and the family as well, Brian. Right, ladies and gentlemen, I think that about wraps me up. There's not really much more to go through. I'm going to be recording the preview for the West Brom game, so that'll be coming out tomorrow on Christmas Eve, so please do keep an eye out for that one. Again, Mundo Sporto is so close to getting to 3,000 subscribers. If you want to give me a Christmas present, please just go over to Mundo Sporto and hit that subscribe button. That would mean the world to me. But look, to all of you, to those that watch, to those that don't watch, to those that comment, to those that don't, to our members, everyone that's in the Anfield Agenda community, thank you. We love each and every one of you. Have a Merry Christmas. I will see you before the new year, of course, because I'll be back on the 26th and the 27th. But until I see you guys next, lots of love, peace and prosperity wherever you are in the world. Thank you for everything that you've done for us. Merry Christmas. And you know what? We're going back to back, and they're just going to have to deal with it. I love you, crazy bastards.